Good morning, Eamon here from Ashlawn Farm. I'm very excited this morning to show you our new bonus. They're just 2 weeks old. I haven't put up a video before this. Our bonus are piglets. Bonus, apologies, is an Irish word, and young baby pigs. So she's here. They're outside here with their mother, and I'll introduce you to their mother first. Mother's name is Donna. We got her around the time that Donald Trump was leaving the White House, so we just nicknamed her. We couldn't call him Donald because of being a female, so we called her Donna. Donna gave birth to 10 pigs, but fortunately we lost 3 of them. So as you see, there's a few of them. There's 4 of them out here this morning, and there's some more of them up in the coop or the shelter, which I'll show you. Donna, this is her second litter of pigs. She's a very good mother. The pigs does very well. A little bit disappointed with the number of pigs she had this time, and a little bit disappointed that we lost some. But we learned a lot from losing the pigs, and I'll be explaining that to you more so, because all this is a learning curve for me, and hopefully if you are listening and that you subscribe to our videos, you will learn more about how to have set up a small self-sufficient business or producing food on your own homestead. Let it be on a small piece of land, let it be on a bigger farm of land or whatever you have, or let some of it, when we're talking about the chickens and hens, in the back garden. I'll be going through the whole range. She's been fed meal and that we buy from Colombia in that boy, and some milk that wasn't fit for human consumption, and we're feeding that came from the dairy herd, and they're getting that. Here is an old out here in the garden, but you see the garden has gone very dirty the last few years, and it got very hard to till it, a lot of docks. But I'm using it now for her to, and I'll use it here to farrow the pigs going forward, or to give birth, probably to people that doesn't know the language, to give birth to the pigs, because it's beside the house and I can monitor the sow when she's giving birth. And there's the other 3 there. They seem to be too lazy to come out, but they're in there, and as the day goes on they will come out. I'll explain to you a bit more about this pig coop. I think the reason that we lost, I know the reason. It was a little bit small in the beginning. I had just a timber across from there. That area was there, and I hadn't that back block. If you look at that back block, the reason that is, you even see the pig standing behind it. So when the sow comes in to lie down the first few days, the pig has something to escape, and she cannot lie. What was happening was she was squashing them against the wall, and I added a bit more here to it, so the sow has more room to lie down. So in later videos I will show you how to build this, and I'll show you what I feel that is the right size for it. This looks rough, but it was made from strapped galvanized. Those came down from one of the sheds, old sheds on the farm, and some timber. Some of the timber was new, and some waterproof boards on the side. So look, it's not very fancy, but it'll certainly do the job if we get the size right. But I think that's important. We have some visitors here, and along with them some jackdaws here coming looking for food. And the pigs are going to stay here for about 6 weeks. If you look along there, I'm going to put down a lower electric fence and start teaching the young pigs now about the electric wire, because they could go out onto the the farm roadway, the cows roadway, and they could probably wander off a little bit. But I want to teach them how to stay within a confined area, and it's like a child or anything. If you start teaching them young, it's much easier to manage them. So probably tomorrow or the next day I will put up a lower wire around the whole outside of this here, so it won't be very pleasant. They'll get shocked, but they'll learn very, very quick. You see how quick they learn to pick up the food, and they're eating there and rooting. They look very, very happy. There's a couple of nice females in it that I expect, if they keep developing the way they are. I think one of them is the one that's up in the shelter at the minute. She's a very long sow, and I think it's important that when you're picking out replacements, picking out new sows, that you have them with a bit of length. Length is very, very important in pigs. As you see, this is beside, we have some fruit trees there, or fruit bushes and that I planted the last couple of years, and last year actually. So they had some fruit this year. Hopefully next year we'll have a lot more fruit, and I want to try to look at them a bit better there. So the old sheds belong to the farmyard, and up there is our calving sheds and our milking parlour. So you'll be learning more about our farm, and you might just see in the distance, oh, better not show you the washing, my wife won't be impressed with that. Our weaning heifers is out there, and I'll bring you closer and across there without showing you the washing. In the distance there's the dairy herd, which is reduced in size number at the minute, because we have about 30-35 cows dried off that'll be calving in September, October. And yeah, so that's the story with the pigs at the minute. And as you see, they're out here, lying out here, a beautiful August morning. It's the 4th of August. I was going to say July, but July seemed to fly by. And they're happy out, and their 3 more brothers and sisters is up in the coop, or in the shelter. Okay. Look, if you like this video, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe and give me a like on it, and if you have any comments, you can come back to me on it. Okay, thank you.